right, Beacon. Coach Megan and I are here with Saturday's workout, June 6th. This is a change in programming. So if you checked in with our programming earlier this week, you'll notice this was not the workout. We rarely do this, but we're doing it this time because we feel like it's the right thing to do. So our workout is Big Floyd. This workout was created by a gentleman who runs a social media platform and is part of a group called Black Power Cleans. So it's a group of Black CrossFitters who have taken on the charge of educating the CrossFit community, and they've reached out and asked for our support. So we're doing what CrossFitters do for each other, and we're showing up the way we know how, which is by working out together. So this workout has a unique buy-in and a unique cash out. For your buy-in, we are asking that you do this for quality, not time. Take the time to educate yourself. Get curious and seek out information about what's happening in our country right now. And if you're looking for a place to start, a former Beacon member who has moved but is still a part of our community from afar, Raj, has posted an article that he wrote in members on Facebook. So I'd highly recommend you read that article if you haven't yet. The cash out is to take action. So showing up to work out together is pretty symbolic. And there's other more concrete action steps that we can take. I recommend sitting in an uncomfortable conversation with somebody. I'd also recommend registering or seeking out your application for absentee ballot to vote. But I'm also not going to pretend I have the answers on what action is the right action right now. So I trust you to turn inward and find an action that feels good and is best for you right now. So in the middle here is what you're showing up to Beacon to do or you're doing on your own. It is for time. We are expecting this to take somewhere between 30 and 45 minutes. For classes, we are putting a 45-minute cap on this work. We have 800-meter runs with a barbell movement and burpees in between. So our first barbell movement will be 25 deadlifts. So Coach Megan is going to demo the deadlift for us. So our deadlift setup, I want you to notice that her shoulders are slightly in front of the bar. Her shin is parallel. So she's got her knees pushed back towards her ankles. And there's a straight line between her head, her shoulders, and her tailbone. She's going to pull her knees back as she stands. When she clears her knees, she's going to pull her hips forward. So as we deadlift with barbells, likely for the first time in many months, let's be mindful of our back position. And you always want to feel your glutes and your hammies, your posterior chain fire up. The next barbell movement is a squat clean. This is a different setup. So as Coach gets ready for her squat clean, notice she's squattier. She's preparing to jump for this movement. So her hips are much lower and her shoulders are in line with the bar. So she's going to go ahead and clean, finishing in a squat before she stands. Okay. So each and every rep comes from the shin, finishes in the squat. The third barbell movement is the push press. So from the shoulder, locking it out tight overhead. Pause in your dip for me, Coach. So you'll notice that her knees are sent out over her pinky toes. Yeah. Stand tall again, turn sideways for them. Now watch her hips. As she dips, her hips go straight down, maybe slightly back. Overhead in the finish position, glutes are tight, core is braced, and PVC is over her midline. Now this last movement, it puts most of the things together. It's a cluster, starting at mid-shin for each. It's gonna be a squat clean into a press. That's 1. Back to the shin. 4, 2. All right. Burpees. Give us a burpee demo, coach. Making sure we get chest all the way to deck. We make it all the way up and open the hips at the top. Good way to make sure you get the hips open is to choose something at eye level in front of you to look at each time rather than staring at the ground. So those are the movements that we're gonna put together for this workout. So the pattern is gonna be 800-meter run, followed by 25 barbell movements, 25 burpees, and then back out for the 800-meter run. Now, when it comes to the 800-meter run, we're looking for a 4 to 5 minute effort. So let's go ahead and tailor the distance of that run so we can make sure we can get it done in that time domain. This workout is one that I hope you'll join us for. And if you can't make it to Beacon tomorrow, I hope you'll do it on your own and record your score in the open gym category. We are limited on the space that we can have still, or the number of people we can have, but we're really committed to holding the space for anybody who wants to show up to do this workout to do so. So let's make sure that we register for class and end up on the wait list. I'll be sending out an email to anybody on a wait list tomorrow morning to let you know where to go, where there will be a coach holding a pop-up class for you to get the workout in. I'll be swinging through Beacon on my way to coach that, and I can toss any weighted object that's smaller than a barbell in my car to bring you. So if you are doing this at home, you're simply gonna do a dumbbell option for each of these movements. Okay? If you're gonna end up meeting me at Fox Field for one of those overflow classes, we'll likely be using dumbbells as well. And that's okay. Showing up for this workout isn't about us, it's about the reason we're doing the workout. So showing up to do the work is the point, and I hope to see you tomorrow.